So I kind of baited you guys with last week's video. I'm just gonna head up the road and grab this present I'm talking about that I got for our cows. First, I just need to take the bale off the back of my truck and just set it over here for now, so I can use my truck to haul it back with. The bale acted like it was frozen to the bed. You see that it was the frost here and all the hay that got ripped out. Well, there it is, guys. I went and bought one of these cow scratchers from my neighbors up the street. They gave me such a good deal on it, I couldn't even think about building one for myself. So I know a lot of you guys watch Farmer Tyler Ranch also, and he did something pretty similar to this, maybe as earlier this summer or late this fall. I can't remember for sure. But he put one of these sweeper tubes over I think it was a railroad tie, and that let the cows rub on it. So it's the same concept, just a little bit bigger, I guess. So I'll hop up there and show you guys how they built it before I run it out to the pasture. So they were telling me they had a bunch of these loader tires sitting around from when they put new ones on their loader. So they've repurposed them into this. So you can see this got some channel iron here with some pipe welded across here for support on top of this tire. Looks like they've got some giant bolts right here to attach it to the tire. Look in here, it looks like there's a nut in here that attaches this piece here to the tire. And then they've got this pipe welded on the angle here off the channel. Then a plate here that these brushes can rotate on. And he was nice and put some D-rings in here for me so I can pick it up and move it. That family up the road has always impressed me. They're about as self-sufficient and handy as they come. They build about everything themselves up there, from farm equipment to hay sheds to almost anything you can think of, to stuff like this, cattle chutes, you name it, and they can probably about build it. They've always got something going on. So hop on the tractor and throw a chain around this and run it out to the pasture. I'm not sure if the cows are going to be scared of it at first or what they're going to think of it, but I don't think it'll take long. They'll start scratching on it. But I sure think it's going to keep them from wanting to rub on the fences and the braces and the gate panels and all that. So I don't know if I mentioned or not, but all these brushes are just used brushes off of a street sweeper that you'd see like cleaning your city streets or your sidewalks. That's all these are. So the whole thing is pretty much built out of repurposed materials. You got your street brushes, used loader tire, like the pipe up there is oil filled pipe, so it's used pipe. The only thing that's even new on this thing is just that little length of channel iron. What's happening? The calf getting me? Yeah, the calf's getting me. Huh. So I grabbed Ellis when we came by the house and we got this set up out here. And it looks really good. I kind of set it up here by my minerals and salt. I'll probably move this a little ways away just so they got more room here. So I even called Lindsay when I was setting this out here, because what I wanted to do, I didn't want it blocking all of our view. I wanted to be able to still look out here and see all the cows, plenty easy, and see if they're calving or whatnot. So what I asked her to do was to tell me when I was in line with one of these calf sheds, because them calf sheds already blocked my view on the other side. So I just wanted to have this in line with one of those calf sheds so I wasn't blocking any more view than what I already am. So what we did, so here's our cow brush. You look right behind it, that's our first shelter. So you get them right in line. When you turn back here towards my house, We're right in line with that middle window. So if you're looking right out here, you'll see this. And it's right in front of that first calf shed. So hopefully I didn't block much more of my view. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, that's mineral. Too strong.
Dump it.
I'm gonna try to dump it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna dump it out a little bit. There we go. All right, we'll just have to sit back and see how the cows use it. So when I was talking to them, they said they haven't had any problems with the cows tipping them over, really moving them very far, if at all. Yep, we're gonna get in the truck and go home.
This one?
Yep, the black truck.
Oh, this one?
Yep, let's get in the black truck, go home.
No, black truck. This one?
Looks like we've already got some cows using the brush. We've got a pretty good storm coming in tonight, and I think it's gonna settle in here tomorrow and then the next day. It's only snowed maybe an inch or two so far, but we've been getting a lot of rain, surprisingly. You can just kind of see how wet and sloppy everything is. And if you look here, you can even see how some of this water is running, and it's cut through this ice here. And if I stick my stick down in here, you feel the dirt, the actual earth down here. So it's warmed up quite a bit. Cows have sure been liking their brush though. So it's a wet mess right now. So if you look down here, you can see all the standing water around these shelters. Turned into a giant mess. I'm actually gonna have to move this shelter here because the water's pulled up so much around it. It started going inside here. I mean, all this is just sopping wet. It looks kind of dry there in the back, but this is just a mess here. The weather's even calling for 12 to 20 inches is what they're saying. I don't know if we'll get that much, but I guess we'll have to see. So I'm just gonna open these gates and let the cows into the other pasture today so they can eat that hay that I had laid out for them, just so it doesn't get buried in snow. Then tomorrow and probably the next day, I'll just feed here around the shelters to try to keep everything close to the shelters. I mean, you can just see the mess that we have here with that rain we got. Just standing water on top of ice and snow and manure. It's just warm enough that things are melting and flowing, just making a mess. You can even see here by the gate, this little river is starting to form. It goes. So we probably won't be doing nothing too exciting over the next couple of days, just watching over the cows, watching over any new calves we got, and just trying to weather this storm. It's really coming down tonight. Lisa. So I don't know what to think of this storm so far. Hasn't really amounted to what they were saying it was supposed to amount to. I think a lot of the snow that they were saying that we were going to get, we got as rain. If we would have got all that rain and snow, we would have had a lot of snow. So here's my driveway. There's maybe 2 or 3 inches on the ground right now. I just plowed this about 2 hours ago, and there was probably 4 or 5 inches of snow, but it's really wet, dense snow, almost like slush, some of it. But it seems like it just keeps coming in bursts. So I haven't plowed anything over here at the yard. We're sitting right about at 8 inches. Like I was saying, this is a really wet, heavy snow. You make a pretty good snowball with it. So I just got done laying out the hay for the cows. So I'm gonna grab this calf shelter I showed you yesterday and move it over on the other side of this one, just to try and get it out of this watering mess. We got a pretty good group of calves in there getting out of the weather. Hopefully this works a little bit better over here. I don't need a shovel to dig all the snow out. Well, that looks a lot better than what it did.
Well, you guys, that's going to about do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.